extreme. You're so ahead of the game, it's not even true. And it is a race against time to net zero. It's more important than ever, as Gwyn's speech has, and also actually all of the people we've heard talking, all of our keynote speakers this evening have demonstrated. I'd like to invite to the stage now Jerry Lowe, UK Ports Ambassador, to just say a few words before we close and move upstairs to the bar. Big round of applause for Jerry. And thank you, Bill. Do you want to hang around for a little bit? Yes, you want to? Yeah, I'll invite you back up. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I don't know what you've got on there.
Do you have the little thing there?
Yeah, you get a little thing, not a word. It does a lot. It's a nice shade. I'll leave you to it.
Good evening. Let's see the technology works. Classes first. I think this is meant to be the last presentation this evening, so I'll try not to keep you too long. What I'd like to do is introduce you to the future of marine fuels, and this is really just to tell you or to provide you with some food for thought. With increasing evidence of climate change, the need for solutions becomes clearer every day. That helped and said, do I want to join the internet? Right. In the marine industry, change is likely to continue to be driven by legislation and regulation. So, what's the problem with the current practice? Continued use of residual fuels with their problems of polluting emissions, poor oxidation and thermal stability, sulphur, ash, hydrogen sulfide content, carbon residue and cat fines is a major problem for ship owners and charterers alike. Could we foresee a marine industry that contributes to the solution of climate crisis rather than being part of the problem? What would happen if our marine industry could operate without contributing to air and water pollution? How might global shipping regulations change if a universal, adaptable, cleaner marine fuel was available? I suppose we should press the button.
Got the magic touch.
There we go. Press the button. Right. A new beginning. Most of the alternatives for marine propulsion being proposed require one or more of the following. New infrastructure, new or modified engines. In other words, capital costs. So, imagine a future where we find a solution that instead of incurring the enormous cost of replacement infrastructure, engines and re-engineering to meet future legislation or regulation, reimagine we can actually reduce the financial costs by retaining existing engines and infrastructure, reducing the financial costs of maintenance and downtime from fuel-related issues. What would the impact be on our industry if we could reduce or even eliminate the astronomical costs associated with engine damage and insurance claims due to poor fuel quality? Imagine if we can do all the above and reduce greenhouse gases and harmful emissions. Reduce the problems of fuel instability and meet the rapidly changing new regulations. Just what could that mean for our industry? Are we ready for a paradigm shift in the marine industry? One that does not compromise on efficiency, but significantly improves on stability. What if there was just one marine fuel that could inherently meet the rapidly changing fuel regulations without the need for constant reformulation? There we go. What would be the ideal answer? A carbon-neutral marine fuel. Can we envision a world where the marine industry leads the way in sustainable practices, setting a standard for others to follow? What if the solution to reducing our carbon emissions was not just about reducing consumption, but changing what we consume? What would be the ideal characteristics of this ideal fuel? A drop-in solution, ultra clean, free from impurities, free from cat fines, stable, a fuel that significantly reduces greenhouse gas emissions and pollutants. Are we prepared to be pioneers, leading the charge towards a cleaner and more sustainable future in the marine industry? If we truly believe we can leave the past behind and lead from the front, the answer could be a universal marine fuel, which is ultra clean, carbon neutral, liquid hydrocarbon. Resources for its production are unlimited. Yes, unlimited. A fuel which meets and exceeds current and proposed standards. It's a drop-in solution, not needing modification to existing engines, or incur additional capital costs, nor expensive infrastructure changes. If you want to be a pioneer and leader in the industry, will you join us? My contact details on the next slide. Thank you so much for listening.
UK Ports Ambassador there, Jerry Lowe. Jerry Lowe, thank you very much indeed. I was just trying to quickly have a look around the stands there to give everybody a final shout out, because yes, I think we've come to the end of proceedings, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to adjourn upstairs, but everybody has been absolutely fantastic, and thank you.